Story time of how I manifested a D.O. rapper and it ruined my life. So yes, I'm going to say that I am part of the problem, but I will also say if I didn't have morals and I didn't have a specific scenario and idea, I don't know. I think things could have been different, but maybe next lifetime. So, disclaimer, I don't want y'all to go doing research. Please don't research, please. Because if this get back to this man, the reason why it took me so long to even say something, like actually make a full video about it, is because this man, I wouldn't say he's dangerous, but I would say he's dangerous. So, I just would prefer to leave that young man alone. So, and if you see this young man, stay the fuck away from me. Okay, so the manifestation part was accidental. So, okay, it all started back in 2021, the end of 2021. And I was manifesting like an idea of a person. Like, I wanted him to be, like basketball type, like a basketball player. I wanted to have money. I wanted him to know how to dress. Like, I had like specific idea of a person that I really like wanted, right? And it wasn't a specific person, but it was an idea of a person. So end up I got this weird feeling like one time I was going to the store and I felt like I was being watched. And cause mind you, it was like 11:42 in the at PM, and I should have been going to the store, but I just had finished smoking and I wanted something to eat because I had the munchies. So I just had went to the store and it was a car that like pulled up on me or pulled out, but it was like just sitting there, and then it like drove off, but then it got into the left turning lane, and then it like turned around and was driving back to like the area that I was going, and then it started driving slow as fuck and like creeping up on me. So I'm like, okay. And then like I go to my dorm. So that was the first thing that happened, right? So at that point, I was like, that's weird, but it was people in the parking lot, so I was just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just play it off, whatever, whatever. But let me get to when it actually happened, child. So, end up, this was in 2022. I remember the specific date and timeline because I was screenshotted a lot of shit that happened because from February till about July of 2022, my life was like, what the fuck? This is a fucking sitcom. It's a fucking soap opera. So, February 8th, I got a job at Wendy's, right? And so I was supposed to work at Walmart at the same time, but I was in school at the time, right? And I went to a PWI, right? So basically, I got the job. I was working overnight. I was working night shift too overnight, and I usually got off at like 3. So on this particular day, it was Tuesday and I had to go to work Wednesday. So I got off that morning Wednesday 4 o'clock, and I didn't get home till 4:51, or to my dorm till 4:51. I had a 10 a.m. Class that day. I didn't go because I was mentally depressed and I was tired. And so when I got up, it was like 12 o'clock and I had a 4 p.m., right? So I got myself together and I was like, let me take a shower and let me go to that class. I go to that class, come back. I got to tell you all of this to y'all because I got to make sure I know all of the sequence because when I met him, that's when it gets tricky because I blacked out. And so, like, they come in like bits and pieces. Because I ended up cussing the boy out because I felt like he was playing in my face, basically. But I didn't cuss him out, but I kind of rubbed him the wrong way, if you will. So after my 4 p.m., I end up going back into my dorm and going into my bathroom. And when I went into my bathroom, I rolled up. Mind you, you're not supposed to smoke on the dorm, so this is alleged because I might go back to that school. That's why I haven't said the school dorm name yet. But that's besides the point. I allegedly, and this is for intent purposes, um end up I wanted to get myself together because I was like, what is going on in my life? Like, I'm not passing my classes. I'm mentally drained. I'm depressed. I'm out of it. And so I start crying. Mind you, I was smoking. So I'm like, God, just give me a sign. Give me something. Like, help me get out of this situation. Help me get out of this front, right? End up, I go and I was like, some just told me like, bitch, get it together, like get your shit together. So I changed my clothes because I had to get ready for work. So around this time, it's like 5:50, somewhere around there p.m. right, and I had to be to work at 8. So I had to get myself together because I said I know I'm gonna have the munchies when I get off, and nothing's gonna be open. So I need to go to the store and get some food. So I do my hair, I relay my lace down, I put on some more clothes for work, and by this time it's like 6 something. So I put on smell goods, I get to do all that, and I go to the store because I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to feel confident. I just literally had a mental breakdown and I was crying in the bathroom, and I was like, let me get myself together. So as I'm walking, I'm listening to a particular artist's music, and I'm like, okay, this person usually has like good music. So when I'm listening to this person, I'm like, oh wow, this person just came out with a new album, but I haven't listened to his old album. So let me listen to his old albums. Mind you, I'm walking to the store doing this at the same time, right? So I'm walking to the store listening to his old albums, and I'm really getting into that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm listening to it. But I'm walking, so I'm not really thinking nothing of it. I'm just thinking like, girl, what do you want from the store? You know, what can you get from the store? What is it that you want, right? Mind you, if you know where I'm at, is very busy around this time, like 4 through 7 o'clock in this street. So I'm walking. I don't have a car. I'm walking, and I'm walking into I'm not walking on the, where it says the pedestrian should walk. I'm walking in between the streets because in my mind, I'm a hood bitch. I do certain shit a certain way, and that's just how I am. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, well, I've changed my ways. I'm not currently like that no more. But back then, I was like, I'm a hood bitch. I do what I want. But now I'm more reserved. And end up, I was on a divided meridian, literally trying to get on the other side of the street. And as I'm trying to get off, I look both ways, and a car pulls up, and they driving slow as shit. And I'm like, why the fuck is this car? And I couldn't say the full words out of my mouth because I recognized who the fuck it was. Now, I wasn't 100% sure, but on his right arm, it was a tattoo, and he was like doing this, right? And so I seen the tattoo, and I was like, oh my fucking God. And so I ended up was like, what what are you doing here? And he shrugged his shoulders. So I look around, cause don't piss me off. And he was like, he just was looking at me for a little bit, and I was like, well, what do you want? And he shrugged his shoulders again, and I was like, what do you think, like, so I started asking a bunch of questions, and when I started asking a bunch of questions, he just kept shrugging his shoulders. He was like, get in. And I'm like, get in? Like, sir, I don't know you. You could be sex trafficking. I don't know. I don't care. You know how them girls do. You can clearly, you can clearly see how them girls do. And I wasn't. I'm a lady. I don't do those things. I'm very classy. I don't do those. I'm dainty, honey. I don't do those things. So then I had to really back and double take and was like, wait, Valentine's Day just came by. You was just booed up with homegirl on Valentine's Day. Wait, ain't you in a relationship? So all of this had to dawn on me like, bitch, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. And then I had to realize who the fuck it was again. And I'm like, wait, if this is this, if 2 plus 2 is 4, and 5 plus 5 is 10, what the fuck is this?